From electronics, Japan moved into computers and the chips that run them, semiconductors. In head-to-head competition with American firms, the Japanese outdid Americans on price and quality. To U.S. trade negotiator Clyde Prestowitz, the financial power of the Japanese system made all the difference.
During the height of the semiconductor problem, I met with the head of one of Japan's semiconductor companies. And I asked him, I said, like, I'm amazed. I know that you're making over $500 million in losses this year. I know that. And he said, yes, that's right. And I said, you've just announced you're going to expand your capacity by 40%. How do you do that? He said, our group, not our company, our group, his company is in the Mitsui group, thinks that semiconductors are fundamental to many of their businesses. And so we're going to stay in this regardless. Now that man is a talented manager, no doubt about it. But I've known him for a long time. I don't think he's better than many American managers. But he lives in an environment in which his capital is free.
Japan can offer cheap capital to industry because of high savings rates, close ties between banks and corporations, and government intervention in the stock market. It's a critical advantage over the United States. In 1989, Sony bought Columbia Pictures, a major American film producer. To help finance the takeover, Sony borrowed $2.8 billion, much of it at less than 1% interest. The game had changed. Flush with cash, Japanese companies went on a buying spree in America, acquiring large chunks of Los Angeles and New York. Purchases that provoked a very hostile reaction.
Rockefeller Center with the Radio City Music Hall has been a mecca for American tourists. Now we don't own it. Will the Rockettes become geishas?
Frankly, I was shocked seeing such a reaction because I didn't expect such a thing happen. Because I knew some other movie company were both Australian and some other nationalities. So I thought, why not Japanese?
But resentment in America had been building for some time, as Americans realized that their closest ally in the Pacific had become their fiercest economic competitor. Today, despite the fact that over 500,000 Americans work for Japanese companies, some businessmen and politicians are blaming U.S. economic problems on the Japanese system.